Good morning, everybody. My name is Katie Sweeney. I am teaching from Malibu, California this morning. It is 7:30 out here, bright and early. We're gonna do a 30-minute mat class, long, lean legs. So our target is going to be lengthening those legs and working the inner thighs, the outer thighs. So I have some notes that I took and I really thought about this class. So I hope you guys enjoy it. For those of you that I don't know, I'm a master trainer in Pilates and I teach yoga and bar and dance and HIIT classes. So we're also posting on YouTube now. So all of these videos are going to be going up on YouTube along with a lot of the old ones. So I hope you guys can get over there and watch some of those videos and take the classes, especially if you're not able to make it. There's a lot of people on Instagram. Okay, so let's find our mat. You don't need any equipment. We're gonna start laying down on our backs. Good, so everybody lay down, reaching your arms past your hips, opening up your chest and shoulders. Give yourself a little tiny natural curve in your lumbar spine. We're gonna take a nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale, reach the arms past the hips. Slightly bring the chin down, soften the rib cage, make sure your feet are nice and parallel. On the next exhale, we're just gonna lift those hips up, opening up that anterior chain and firing up that posterior chain, and then slowly lowering the tailbone all the way back down to the floor. Inhale, exhale, press into the feet and lift those hips. We're firing the glutes and the hamstrings and lowering the tailbone back down. Gorgeous, just 10 more of those. We lift for 10. This is kind of a way that we can reset our pelvis. 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5, squeezing the inner thighs. 4, reaching the arms, relaxing the jaw. 3, exhale. 2, last one, hips are up nice and high. Good, we're gonna slowly walk the feet just a tiny bit closer together, and we're gonna transfer all of the weight to the left foot, glute, and hamstring, and bring that right knee into tabletop. Slowly float that leg up to the sky. As we lower the leg, we're gonna lift the hips up, and exhale, float the leg back up. Inhale, lower down. Now this right hip is gonna wanna drop. You wanna keep that right hip up lifted nice and high. Relaxing the shoulders. Good, 5 more. Point those toes for 5. Paint that with that leg for 4, 3, 2, long legs, you guys. Hold that leg up to the sky, activate that left inner thigh, and tiny pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna bend the knee. I'm gonna drop my ribs and I'm gonna articulate down slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. Beautiful. Place that foot down. Go back to neutral with your spine. Press those hips right back up. Again, make sure your feet aren't too far apart. Now we're gonna transfer all the weight to the right foot, glute, and hamstring. This hip wants to drop, so really pick that left hip up and activate that right inner thigh. Float that leg up to the sky. Inhale, slowly lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Lengthen out of the hip. Press into that right leg and open up the hip and keep the left hip lifted. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 6 more. For 6. For 5. For 4, for 3, pick that hip up for 2, and last one, hold it right there at the top, squeeze that right glute and hamstring, and tiny pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bend the knee in, tuck and scoop the pelvis, and articulate it down 1 vertebrae at a time. Go onto those toes, bring the knees together. So now we're working the inner thighs. We're gonna bridge the hips up on the tippy toes, squeezing the inner thighs, and then we're gonna curl the hips back down. Good, we're gonna bridge the hips up, squeeze the inner thighs. I'm lifting my arms so you can see. I'm gonna articulate my spine one vertebrae at a time. Press into the feet, squeeze the inner thighs, drop your ribs, and slow and controlled articulate it down. Press it up and squeeze, and drop the ribs and curl it on down. Good, 4 more. We bridge it up, we curl it down, squeezing the inner thighs. We bridge it up, and we curl it down. Good, 2 more. We bridge it up, and we curl it down. Last one, let's bridge it up and hold it right there. Really activate those inner thighs, squeeze those knees together, stay on those tippy toes, and start to pulse your hips up, squeezing the glutes and squeezing those inner thighs. Good. Our femur heads and our hip sockets are internally rotated, and you're squeezing the glutes. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good, squeeze for 12, 11, 10, 9, squeezing 8, 7, 6, 5, inner thighs, 4, 3, 2, hold it at the top, teeny tiny pulses, 10, 9, double time, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slow and controlled. Curl it all the way down, hug those knees into your chest. I'm gonna scoot over just a little bit. Okay, arms are down by your side, legs are up into the sky. If this bothers your back, place your hands in the at the sacrum, not up high, but a little bit lower. Good. We're gonna open those legs nice and wide, and then we're gonna squeeze the inner thighs. Good. Open the legs nice and wide, flex the toes, and squeeze the inner thighs at the top. Good. My feet are turned out. I'm now gonna cross one leg in front of the other, and then I'm gonna go open and cross. Open and cross for 12, 11, 10, squeeze, 9, squeeze, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold the legs open, point the toes, keep having to scoot over. Draw small circles with those legs. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, straighten the legs, 7, point the toes, 6, inner thighs, 5, 4, 3, 2, reverse, 12, 11, 10, right here, 9, 8, pull it in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, one more time, cross it and open it for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, squeeze, 5, squeeze, 4, squeeze, 3, squeeze, 2, last one, hold it right here halfway and do tiny pulses, heels to the center, heels to the center. Oh my gosh, inner thighs, woo, squeeze, squeeze for 12, 11, 10, flex the toes, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and close it all the way up. Hug those knees into your chest. Good, give a little inner thigh stretch, one side, and a little inner thigh stretch, the other side. Good, you guys, we're gonna rock all the way up to seated position. And we're gonna sit in a Z position. So that front foot is like lined up with the top of your mat. And then this back knee is gonna be lined up with my hip and my shoulder and my ear. Everything's a straight line from here. So I'd like for you guys to sit up nice and tall. You'll notice it's a little bit challenging. If you need to place a pillow underneath your front knee, you can. We're gonna slowly shift over to the left. So we're gonna float that leg up, and already we're firing to hold that leg up. Remember, my shoulders are relaxed, my ribs are closed, and my belly's pulled in, especially I'm lifted up underneath that left side. So holding it here, I'm just gonna pulse that leg. Pulse and squeeze. Pulse and squeeze. Pulse and squeeze. Good. Lengthen. Beautiful. For 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. For 4, exhale, 3 and 2. We're gonna kick the leg out to the side, reach it really long, and then bend it back in. We go reach for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7. Hip reaches forward. 6, it's real easy to roll back. 5, but roll forward. 4, 3 and 2 and 1. I'm gonna extend that right leg back, squeezing the glute and the hamstring in a little arabesque, and I'm gonna reach that right arm away from the body. I'm gonna pull it in, and then I'm gonna reach it out, find length. Pull it in and reach it out and find length. Pull it in for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7, 6, 5, reach, 4, reach, 3, 2, last one, reach and hold and find length and repulse. Squeeze, abs in, squeeze, squeeze for 12, 11, 10, 9, shoulders down, 8, belly in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, shake it out for 1 second. We're gonna go right back into it. We're gonna go into circles. So we go knee back and we circle up and around for 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Take that knee back, ladies. 5, take it back. 6 and 7, reverse, here we go. 8, 7, if you want to modify, you can go onto this elbow. 6 and 5, for 4 and 3 and 2, straighten the leg all the way out, tap the floor, lengthen out of that leg and that hip one more time, and we lift it up for 10 and 9 and 8 and 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Now we're gonna draw circles, and then I promise we're gonna be done here. Here we go for 8, 7, long lean legs, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side we go. It's getting hard to lift my leg. 8, 7, 6, belly in, 5, get out of the shoulder, 4 and 3 and 2, and shake it out. Good, just bend that knee in, take a big stretch up and over, because we also worked this side. Good, take a big stretch. Good, reach away. And let's switch to the other side. All right, let's see if I can remember all that. Here we go. Pull that knee back. Shoulders nice and down, pulling the ribs and the abs in, floating over to that left glute, and we pulse it up and up, up. Good. Squeeze. All right. What time? We've already, oh, it's 15 minutes. I'm getting warm, warm, warm. Exhale, squeeze that deep, deep work, getting those smaller, more intricate muscles. 8, 7, 6, shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2, extend the arm, extend the leg for 10 and 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, reach long, 3 and 2, hold that leg out nice and long, tiny pulses, 10 and 9 and 8, keep it high, 7 and 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. Now you're gonna reach the leg back, reach that top arm all the way away, find length, pull the ribs and the abs in. We pull it in, we stretch it out. We pull it in, we stretch it out. We pull it in, we stretch it out for 10, and 9, and 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, you got it, 3, and 2, last one, hold it long right here, and pulses go 12, belly in, 11, 10, 9, 8, reach longer, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, bring it in. We're gonna go into knee circles. So we bring the knee in and up and around for 8, and 7, notice I took the forearm, 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, breathing 2, and reverse. We go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten that leg all the way out, lower it down to the ground. Here we go, let's pick it up 12 times. 12, this is our left leg. 11, sometimes we're a lot weaker on this side. So sometimes I like to make the reps a little bit more on the weaker side. So that's kind of gonna be something up to you, that if you have a leg that's weaker than the other and maybe needs a little bit more work, you can maybe up the reps a little bit more on that side for 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Now hold that leg high and draw circles. 8, 7, 6, 5. This is where it gets hard to pick up the leg. 4, 3, 2, especially after Monday. Ooh, our leg day was Monday with bar and it killed my legs. 8, I could barely walk all week. 7, it was like 2 weeks, 6 since we did that. 5, 4, 3, and 2. Oh my goodness, and shake it out. Good. Let's take a nice big lateral stretch. Oh goodness. So I've got 2 more series for you guys. So we're gonna come onto our knees and we're gonna do a little kneeling series. So we're gonna come onto the knees. I'm gonna take my left hand out. We're gonna go back to the right leg. And we're gonna come all the way up. Remember, you're lifting here, relaxing the shoulder here, lengthening the spine, but slightly closing in the ribs. So let's take our top hand behind our back. If this is too much to go into kneeling, you guys can always lay down onto your left side and do the same work, like the side lying booty work, okay? That's your modification. We float the leg up for 1. We float it up for 2. We're lengthening through the crown of the head and through the toes. 3. If your neck bothers you, you can just look down to the ground. Good, for 4, and 3, and 2. Hold that leg up nice and high. I'm going to bring it in, and then I'm going to extend it long. Bring it in, and extend it long. Good, 8 more. We go for 8, and 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Last one, hold that leg up and you're gonna kick your heel to your butt for a glute hamstring squeeze. 1, kick it long. 2, kick it long. 3, kick it long. 4, kick it long. 5, and 6, 2 more, and 7, and 8, and take a rest. We're gonna combine those 3 movements 3 times, okay? Whew. So we're gonna float the leg up. We're gonna bend the knee in. We're gonna extend the leg back. We're gonna hamstring squeeze, and then extend it long. So we go lower, lift, bend it in, reach it out, glute, hamstring, and reach. We go one more time, lower and lift, bend it in, reach it out, glute, hamstring, and lengthen, and take a rest. Everybody sink over into that right glute, reach that right arm away, drop your chin, take a stretch, and then we'll do the other side. Here we go. I kind of kept that last one short. I gave y'all a little bit of a break there. All right, so take that right hand underneath, that left hand again. You're lengthening through the crown of the head, through the toes, ribs and abs are pulled in. Here we go, let's float that bottom leg off of the ground. Use your core, use your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. Remember, the modification is just going to be here. Good. Good. 2 more. Now hold it up. Let's exhale, abs pull in. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, abs pull in. Inhale, reach long. Good. We pull it in. Abs. And find length. And squeeze. And lift that leg. Exhale. And reach. 5 more. We go for 5. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Hold it back. Glute hamstring squeeze. 1. Good. Pull that knee back. 2. Remember, look down if your neck bothers you. 3. Or just lay down onto your side. 4. Everybody lift the leg an inch higher. 5. And 6. Go out of that shoulder. 7. Lengthen through the crown of the head. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one. Squeeze that hamstring. Lift that leg. And slowly lower down. Now we're gonna do that whole thing 3 times. It's actually only 3 exercises. Like I said, I was nice to you guys. All right, come right back in it. Place that hand behind your head. We float it up. We bend it in. We reach it out. We glute hamstring, kick it back and pull that knee back, and you can get a little stretch in that hip flexor. Reach, we lower down. We kick it up. We bend it in. We reach it back. Pull the abs in to protect the low back here. Pull that knee back and reach it out. One more time. We go lift, hug it in, reach it long, glute hamstring, and reach, and take a rest and stretch out that left side. Woo. All right, you guys, we're gonna do the next one in our downward facing dog. So everybody come over to your mat, and we are going to, and again, if the down dog is too much, you guys, you can always just do this like on all 4s, okay? So that's a modification. So hook your toes, place your hands right underneath your shoulders. Take a nice big inhale. As you exhale, we're just gonna pick those knees up and go into that downward facing dog. So I'd like for you to just bend a knee and sink a heel towards the floor and get a nice big stretch. You can bend that knee, stretch out that Achilles. Make sure there's no tension in your neck or shoulders. Good, and just kind of pedal those feet out a few times. Good, we're gonna float the right leg high. Good, open up that hip a little bit, get a nice little hip flexor stretch. Good, and then we're gonna square those hips right back off towards the floor, and we're just gonna tap the toe and float that leg up to the sky. Tap it and lift it, and tap and lift. Good, tap and lift. Keep going, tap and lift, and tap and lift, and tap and lift. Remember, you can do this on all 4s, or you can do this in this downward facing dog. Good, for 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and hold that leg up high, square those hips off, and teeny tiny pulses with that top leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, belly in, 3, 2, right knee is gonna come to the right shoulder, shift forward, and kick your leg back to a big arabesque. And then bring it back in, knee to shoulder, and you're gonna get a little bit of that glute there. If you wanna make this really gnarly, you can kick the leg out to the side and take it back. Good. So we're gonna go for 8. And again, the modification is this. 7, and 6, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2. Good, last one. Hold the leg up to the back. 10 more pulses. 10, 9, belly in, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everybody place your right foot in between your hands. You can drop back down to your knee, flex that front foot, and stretch out that right hamstring. Good. Breathe and hold it right there. Good, and then if you'd like, bend that front knee, step that back foot in, and turn your foot out just a little bit. If you have yoga blocks, you would grab yoga blocks, or you would just stay on your knee and go into that hamstring stretch. Right there, shaking that head out. Good, I'm gonna turn my hips forward, I'm gonna spin onto that back heel, and I'm gonna go from a lunge, step it in to that stretch. Step the foot back into the lunge, so you get that hip flexor stretch too. Step it in and hamstring stretch. Good. 8 more. If you have blocks, hold on to blocks. 8. And you can do this on your knee. 7. This is the modification. 6. And 5. I'm stepping my back foot back. 4. And 3. Pull the right hip back, and 2, last one. You guys stand it all the way up or stay on that back knee and give me one more big breath right here, pulling that right hip back and getting a nice good stretch in those hamstrings. You're gonna bend that front knee, step that foot all the way back. Good, lower the back knee, and we can go on to all fours. So remember, we gotta do the other side, but remember you can do this on your knees, okay? So the first one, if you're modified is on your knees, that leg is just gonna go up. Now if you take that leg up real high, you can maybe bend your arms, but really suck the belly in. The other way to do it is gonna be our downward facing dog, right? So here we go, we're gonna go tap and lift, abs in. Open the fingers, press your hands into the floor and send your chest back towards your shins. Let your neck hang or stay on your knees, it's up to you. 8 and 7 and 6 and 5. Open the fingers, press into the floor. 4, pull the ribs and abs in. 3, you got it. And 2, left leg high, hold it there in tiny pulses. 10 and 9 and 8, belly in. 7, square your hips. 6 and 5, breathing. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now you're gonna take that left knee to that left tricep, shift forward, and then kick it back. You can do this on your knees. Left knee to left tricep, kick it out if you want a little bit more. Bring it in and kick. That's 3. That's 4. And 5. Ooh, that's hard. 5. 4. 3. pull that left leg up and tiny pulses. Go 10, 9, belly in, 8, ribs in, 7, 6, 5, 4, straighten the arms, 3, press away, 2, step that foot all the way through. Back knee can go down. This is the mod. As you flex that foot, stick your chest out and your tail out, go into that hamstring stretch, pull that left foot back. Okay, if you want more, you can stand up. That back toe is towards an angle, slightly turned out. Good, and you're dropping your chin. Then you step back into that runner's lunge, or if you're on your knee, you're just pressing your hips forward, shifting, stretching out your hip flexor. Again, you can use yoga blocks here and shifting back. And standing is hamstring stretch, pull the left hip back, step the foot back, runner's lunge. Step it in, pull the left hip back, step it back, and runner's lunge. Good. We go for 7 and 6. Blocks would be great here, you guys. 5, I highly recommend blocks. I love blocks. 4 and 3. Hopefully some of you that are modifying, you're on your knees. 2, and you're loving it and it's no big deal. And then 1, hold that hamstring stretch, draw that left hip back and relax your head and your chin and stick your chest out and tail out. Good. Good, go back into that runner's lunge. You're bending in that front knee. Good, and then we're just gonna take that leg back. I always am really big on opening up your anterior chain, so let's please do that. You can either lay on your back and let your knees go side to side, or you guys know one of my favorites is just taking your hand behind. Again, you can grab a block if you need, pressing your hips forward and opening up that anterior chain. So important to get those hip flexors open. And then other side. Good, one more time each side. Ooh. Good, last one, other side. Good, and then slowly bring the soles of the feet together, the knees apart. Let's just go into one more little stretch here. Sitting up tall, pressing your elbows into your knees, sticking your chest out and your tail out. Ooh, my knees. And then chest out, tail out, and just take a big stretch there. Good, and just sitting up nice and tall, crisscross applesauce, bringing your hands to heart, closing your eyes, relaxing your shoulders, sitting up nice and tall, just setting an amazing intention for your day, you guys. Inhaling through the nose. And exhale. Good, inhale. And exhale. One of my favorite verses is be anxious for nothing. I might not say it exactly correct, but be anxious for nothing, but in everything with thanksgiving and supplication, present your request unto the Lord. So we are to be anxious for nothing, but to give thanks in everything. So just take a moment to be thankful for whatever it is. It could be as simple as being thankful for the ocean, being thankful for your family, being thankful for your children, for your health. Take a few breaths. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Good, one more breath. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Good, bring your hands to heart. I pray we would all have eyes to see, ears to hear, a mind to understand, and a heart to believe. I love you guys. God bless you. I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and thank you guys so much for joining and taking class. Have a great day.